Good morning, viewers. Hello and welcome to the Morning News Show, where we bring you the latest headlines and interesting stories to kickstart your day. I'm Kohina Sharma and you are watching CNN News 18. First up on top of this bulletin, and this morning, all eyes are now on Justin Trudeau. Facing a lot of pressure from his party, Trudeau is expected to step down as Liberal leader. Now, we're breaking down what this actually means for Canada's political future, and the very first breaking is also relevant to this. Justin Trudeau is expected to announce today that he will resign as a Liberal Party leader. The sources stressed that they do not know definitely when Trudeau will announce his plans to leave, but said that they will expect it will happen before a key National Caucus meeting on Wednesday. Well, these are the latest inputs that we're tracking from the ground. Now, as Trudeau prepares to step down, Canadians will reflect on his leadership's highs and lows and the lessons for his successor. These are the latest inputs that we're tracking from the ground. We're getting a slew of breaking inputs on this. The first one suggests that Justin Trudeau is expected to announce today that he will resign as Liberal Party leader. The sources stressed that they don't know definitely when Trudeau will announce his plans to leave, but said that they expect it'll happen before a National Caucus meeting on Wednesday. Well, as Trudeau prepares to step down, Siddhant joins us on the broadcast for a better perspective into the entire situation. A very good morning, Siddhant. Siddhant, talking about leadership transition and party dynamics, how might Trudeau's departure impact the unity and direction of the entire Liberal Party?
Well, look, this now what we are getting to know is, Kohina, that out of 153 Liberal MPs, 131 have decided perhaps to put pressure on Justin Trudeau to step down. So technically, he's only left with 20 to 23 MPs in his own party, those who are supporting him. Also, the three region caucus, if we talk about Ontario, Quebec, and Atlantic Canada, the MPs from these three caucuses have met last week, and in fact, they have gone public asking Justin Trudeau to step down. So ahead of the National Liberal Caucus meet on Wednesday, there is immense pressure on Justin Trudeau to step down, or else he has to face an embarrassment in the National Liberal Caucus. So the sources in Canada are telling us that Justin Trudeau's office today has asked all his staff to be present, and perhaps we could expect a resignation that could come from Justin Trudeau, which on Monday, on Monday. This is what we have been told. Now there are two scenarios, Kohina, right now, where we could expect we could expect the Canadian politics to go forward. One, right, that Justin Trudeau could resign and could continue to be the interim leader, interim prime minister. So there is a provision that one can continue as an interim prime minister. But for that, he has to avoid the no confidence motion, which the opposition parties are planning to bring against him in January. So what he could do is he could advise the Governor General to cancel the next session, to prorogue the next session. That perhaps could be the possibility, or else Liberal Party could give a new face as a prime minister, as an interim prime minister for next 3 months. Because the finance bill, which is the most important component of the House sitting in Canada, Kohina, finance bill will last till March. So anyhow, the session has to sit in March for the next finance bill. So we could expect that if Trudeau resigns and he decides to continue as the interim prime minister, unless party decides on the new leadership, because it takes the entire process to decide on new leadership takes 3 to 4 months. So that's a very lengthy process. Indeed. So if he today decides to step down, if he decides to resign, then there could be a possibility that he could continue as the interim prime minister. He could advise the Governor General to prorogue the next session so that no confidence motion should not be brought against him. And the next sitting could take place in March. By that time, party will have a new leadership.
Right, Siddhant, I'd request you to stay with us on the broadcast as the leadership crisis continues to escalate amidst the ongoing chorus of Trudeau's resignation. We have yet another breaking input on that. Majority of Justin Trudeau's caucus calls on him to quit. Ontario and Atlantic Province caucuses have now already decided to remove Trudeau. Well, these are the latest inputs that we are tracking from the ground. So far, 131 have gone against Trudeau out of a number of 151 MPs. Trudeau is also planning to end the next session. Prorogue could advise same to the Governor General as well. Well, these are the latest inputs that we are once again tracking from the ground, with Siddhant continuing to stay with us on the broadcast. Siddhant, with 131 out of 151 MPs reportedly opposing his leadership, the political future of Trudeau and his government hangs in the balance. Like we were also discussing right now, the leadership crisis and the resignation chorus growing, Ontario and Atlantic Province caucuses are now largely influencing the decision to remove him. That is what you've also pointed out. But what led to such significant portion of Liberal caucus turning against Trudeau?
Well, there was anti-incumbency against Justin Trudeau. In fact, in October, then in December, we saw that how from 24 MPs to 50 MPs have gone public demanding Justin Trudeau's resignation. Because, Liberal Party feels that if they go in the next election with Justin Trudeau's face, they may lose. They may lose badly. And that is the biggest fear within the Liberal Party. So they want to give new face. This entire crisis got escalated after the resignation of Chrystia Freeland, and perhaps the preventive measure that she did in the letter, open letter which she wrote to Justin Trudeau, that how Justin Trudeau is not efficiently handling the situation after Trump coming to power in United States. That was kind of a preventive measure, because Trudeau wanted to corner Chrystia Freeland, but she did a preventive measure, and she perhaps kind of had put Trudeau in a spot by writing that open letter and blaming him for not handling the situation after the Trump administration efficiently. Now, since then, there has been more pressure which was mounting on Justin Trudeau. So from 24 to 50, now we are getting to know 131 MPs have decided to put pressure on Justin Trudeau so that he resigns. Now, these MPs are from Ontario caucus, Quebec caucus, and Atlantic caucus. Ontario caucus has 75 MPs, Quebec caucus has 33 MPs, and 23 from the Atlantic Canada. So these three major caucuses have decided perhaps to not let Trudeau to continue as the Prime Minister. So out of, so the figure which was 2450 before have gone up to 131. So technically Justin Trudeau only has 20 to 21 MPs on his side, which perhaps makes situation difficult for him to continue as the leader of the party. So we could expect him to step down, maybe to continue as the interim Prime Minister till the new leadership gets decided by the party. And we could also expect him to write to the Governor General asking him to provoke the next session so that no confidence motion is not brought against him. And once the leadership would be decided, by March, the finance bill will end. We could expect the next sitting of the House in Canada in March. So Trudeau could continue to be the interim Prime Minister, or it would also be interesting to see whether party gives new face for the interim Prime Ministership. So, we are still trying to dig more information from the Liberal camp and also from our sources in Canada. But for now, Prime Minister Trudeau has asked all his staff to be present in office.
Right, Siddhant, thank you so much for bringing in all those details. I'd request you to continue to stay with us on the broadcast, as we were already discussing the future of the